In a small town, there was a government school. The classrooms were old, the benches scratched with names of students who had once studied there. Among the many children, there was one boy named Arjun. Arjun always sat on the last bench. Not because he wanted to, but because nobody allowed him to sit in the front. He came from a poor family. His father was a daily wage worker and his mother stitched clothes to feed the family. His uniform was always faded, and sometimes his shoes were torn. Other children laughed at him, whispering, "He's the poor boy, he can't even afford notebooks properly." Arjun stayed silent. He had dreams, but no courage to share them. He loved mathematics and drawing, but whenever teachers asked questions, his voice never reached beyond the laughter of the class. One day, a new teacher joined the school. Her name was Meera ma'am. She was young, kind, and had a different way of looking at students. On the very first day, she noticed Arjun sitting silently in the last row, his eyes sparkling whenever numbers were written on the board. After class, she walked to him and asked gently, "Why don't you answer questions? I saw in your notebook, you already solved everything before I even finished teaching." Arjun looked down and whispered, "Ma'am, nobody listens to me. They laugh at me. I don't think I'm good enough." Meera ma'am placed her hand on his shoulder and said, "Arjun, never measure your worth with other people's laughter. Diamonds are always found in dust, not on polished floors. From tomorrow, you will sit in the first bench." At first, the class laughed even more when Arjun moved forward. But Meera ma'am believed in him. Whenever she gave a tough question, she asked Arjun to solve it on the board. His hands trembled the first few times, but slowly, as days passed, his confidence grew. One day, the principal organized a math quiz competition between schools in the district. The students from the front row were selected, but Meera ma'am insisted, "Arjun should represent our school." The other teachers doubted. "That poor boy. He will lose. He doesn't even speak properly." But Meera ma'am stood firm. Sometimes a silent seed grows into the tallest tree. The day of the competition arrived. Schools came with smart uniforms, polished shoes, and confident students. Arjun stood nervous, wearing his old shirt, but carrying in his heart the words of his teacher, "Diamonds are found in dust." The quiz began. First round, second round. Arjun answered every question with confidence. Slowly, the laughter he once feared turned into claps. By the final round, it was his turn to solve the toughest problem. He closed his eyes, remembered all his practice, and solved it within seconds. The hall echoed with applause. Arjun's school, for the first time in history, won the district competition. When he came back, the students who once laughed at him now lifted him on their shoulders. His eyes circled.